Totoro, 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 Totoro. Oh, hey guys, I didn't see you there. But check this out. I got a Totoro plush. He's gonna be my favorite plush from here on out, cause I just love Totoro. And speaking of things that I love, welcome to my top 10 best animes that I personally saw in 2013. Now, these aren't animes that necessarily came out in 2013. These are just the best animes that I saw from requests by my subscribers this year. And honestly, this has been a really good year for anime for me. I saw a lot of good animes. I barely saw any real bad ones, although I have seen a few, and we're gonna get to them real soon. But first, let's talk about all the good. Starting off our list at number 10, we got Guilty Crown, a very well executed anime with some fantastic storytelling, great animation, great visuals, man. I love the animation in this anime. The characters are all well developed, especially with Oma Shui. He had a great development, and the music was pretty catchy. Although, yes, it does share a lot of elements that are similar to Code Geass, I didn't hold it against the anime, because even though it does share some elements from Code Geass, it's still its own story that was very compelling, and I enjoyed watching it. Number 9, we got Black Lagoon. I would have my gun with me, but I wasn't allowed to bring my toy guns to Guam, so yeah, no gun porting at you guys today. Black Lagoon was every bit as fun as I was told. It had some fantastic animation with some of the most badass characters ever put in an anime. I mean, the number of badass female characters is off the roof. It's too damn high. Revy is sexy as hell, and I wish I could marry her. Although she would probably kick my ass if I ever even attempted to marry her. But she was a lot of fun. I love Rock. I love Revy. I love every member of the Black Lagoon Company and every character. Everything was always high octane, thrilling, exciting. You never knew what was gonna happen in the action scenes. Goes without saying. Number 8 is Psychopaths, yet another anime that has some brilliant animation and a really intricate story with well-developed characters. I loved every moment of this anime. I enjoyed it throughout. Yes, I had a few problems with it, but it still was an intricate story following all these characters, and some of the throwdowns in this anime were pretty cool. And this one scene that I mentioned in my 12 days of anime was a scene that really hit me. It struck me right here. Number 7 is Fate Zero. When I first saw this anime, the first thing that I thought to myself was, it's like watching a really well-played chess game. I mean, you're just trying to see what everybody is thinking, the strategies that they're taking, the routes that they're taking. It's really intricate, really exciting. Although some of the characters do lack a bit of development, doesn't change the fact that they were not interesting characters to start. I mean, each one of the servants were very interesting, each one of them being vastly different from the next, and some of the meetings between them were really engaging, and the action scenes were really good, animation stellar. They took some dark turns in this anime. It's an overall thrilling anime to watch if you have not seen it yourself. Number 6 is Kids on a Slope. Just like the way back for me, Kids on a Slope was very relatable to me. I mean, I really related to the main character and some of the dilemmas that his character goes through. There is some great character development in this anime. Great. And the animation is probably some of the best animation I've ever seen in an anime. I mean, it looked so clean, so crisp, and the story is quite touching in some parts as well. Kids on the Slope was probably the most heartfelt anime I've seen this year. Number 5 is Panty and Stalking with Garterbelt. Now, you all know I'm a big fan of wacky, absurd comedy. Panty and Stalking is all that and more. I just off the bat loved this anime. The voice acting was stellar, especially from Funimation. This anime really felt like it needed an English dub. I watched the Japanese dub, and although it is a bit funny, it's just not as memorable as the English dub. The English dub just blew the Japanese dub right out of the water. The animation was just so colorful and mesmerizing. I mean, it's just pure eye candy. It pulls you right into the anime, and I loved all the characters. Each one of them is zany and exciting, and the ending I absolutely loved. And the fact that I didn't see it coming at all just made it all the more better. Panty and Stalking with Garterbelt is truly an anime worth seeing if you're a fan of absurd comedy, raunchy comedy. You have no reason not to see it. I mean, it's that good. And also the music, I forgot to say, The music is amazing. The opening theme, the ending theme, the songs in the middle, really good. I can't recommend this anime enough. Go check it out. And speaking of animes that I can't recommend enough, we got my number 4 choice, Is This a Zombie? And Is This a Zombie of the Dead? My God. This is the only anime on this list that I have watched more than like 20 times. I've watched this anime over and over and over again because I really enjoyed it, particularly the second season. I mean, all the characters are really likable, well developed, and pretty funny in some points. I really like the relationship that Ayamo shared with all the various girls, with his best friend. There are so many memorable scenes in this anime. I've mentioned them also in my 12 days of anime list. I just really love this anime. I had a blast watching it. And when I find this thing on DVD, I'm gonna buy it immediately because that's how good this anime was. It is so good that I want to add it to my collection and I want to watch it over and over and over again. Number 3 on the list is Kokoro Connect, one of the first animes that I saw this year and a great way to start off 2013. I mean, all the characters are very relatable, very well developed. It's the first anime that I really felt like we got to understand all of these characters on an emotional level. We got to see their insecurities, what made them tick, why they acted the way they did, and each one of their relationships were all dynamic. With one of the coolest and most mysterious characters I've ever seen in an anime, Heartseed, it just was overall a thrilling anime to watch. Number 2 on my list is Steins. Again, another anime that when I find it on DVD, I'm gonna buy it immediately because I really love this anime. The ensemble cast of this anime is one of the best ensemble casts I've ever seen in a TV show, movie, or anime. That's how good they all were. And all the characters were well developed to boot. The animation was solid, the writing intriguing, the use of time travel very intriguing, and the relationship between Okabe and Kurisu is one of my favorite relationships in anime. If I could redo my top 10 best couples in anime, I would add them onto the list because they are really good. I love their relationship. I love their camaraderie. I love their chemistry. They really understood each other, especially Kurisu to Okabe, really understood each other. They're the reasons that I really enjoyed this anime. They're the reasons I stayed. They're the reasons I watched. I love their relationship. With Okabe and Kurisu's relationship tied in with a very intricate plot, Steins Gate made for one of the more memorable animes that I personally saw this year. But as much as I really enjoyed all the animes that I saw this year, each one having something that made them stand out from the bunch, there was really only one anime that could have been number 1 this year. And that is an anime that the moment that I saw it, I was glued to my computer monitor for the rest of the day, the rest of the weekend. I've completed this anime in 2 days because I couldn't take myself away from the screen. I was so enticed. I was so pulled into the story. I was so invested. I wanted to see what was going to happen to the characters, how the story was going to unfold. It was one of those moments that I just couldn't take myself away from the screen. And the anime that made me do that was Attack on Titan. You talk about beautiful animation. You talk about great character development. You talk about great and enticing stories. That is Attack on Titan in a nutshell. Not since Yu Yu Hakusho have I seen an anime that I was so invested in that I couldn't take myself away from watching it. I really felt for the characters' dilemmas. I wanted them to succeed. And when a character died, it mattered. It wasn't just like, oh, that character died, who cares? No. Each and every death in this anime had an impact on the character in some way, shape, or form. And the fact that they even killed off big supporting characters is a pretty ballsy move, especially since we've grown attached to these characters. It's like some Game of Thrones shit. I just loved how they really highlighted the human will to survive. That no matter how many times we lose, no matter how many times we fall down, no matter how many times we get defeated, we always come back fighting because that's human nature. And that is why Attack on Titan is without a doubt the best anime I've seen in 2013. And that, ladies and gentlemen, was my personal top 10 list of the best animes that I saw this year. And I would like to know, what were the best animes that you saw this year? Top 10, top 5, top 2, just one? Comment below and let me know. And stay tuned for the 4 worst animes that I saw this year. I did not have enough to make a top 10 or top 5, so I'm just going to tell you guys the 4 worst animes I saw this year, although I'm pretty sure you all know what they are. But until then, guys, hit that subscribe button if you're new to my channel. Welcome to the Black Critic Guy. Like this video if you really enjoyed it, and I'm Tony Watt II from the Black Critic Guy. Till then, peace, YouTube.